What's up guys, Trishonnastrends here. I am back with another YouTube video. Today's video is, I didn't want to pull my car all the way back and mess it up. Today's video is my date from hell. My date from, and it's not cussing because I literally mean hell, like below, like the devil's hell. Okay, so before we get into the video, let's make sure you do what? Make sure you like, subscribe, make sure you comment, make sure you tell your friends to tell their friends, and we can be friends. And let's start the video. I gotta turn my phone off. Let's start the video. Okay, so I'm gonna paint the picture. I'm gonna build the story up in my Wendy Williams voice. Build the story up. Okay, so it was about June 2018, was 2019? Yep, 2018 in June, and my manager took me to LA, and we were out in LA doing like businessy stuff. I was out there with TheShaeMarie. She's so poppin'. You guys check her out. I was out there with her manager Frida, and my manager Jasmine, and fashion show. So I seen like a bunch of celebrities. I'll put all the little clips in the video so you guys can just really get the story. So we're out there, and this guy who basically followed me on, we followed each other on Instagram. Like, you guys know how you see like those black entrepreneur like things come up. It says like, this guy is opening his third business and black excellence. So like I'm inspired by things like that. So I clicked on it. I'm like, okay, he has several businesses. I followed him strictly for business reasons, just to stay like motivated or whatever, and vice versa. He started liking my stuff too, and he's seen that I had the ice cream shop and I do motivational speaking. So we've liked each other pictures a few times. We probably said maybe 3 words back and forth on Instagram, but it was nothing crazy. And to keep painting this story for you guys, I'm not that girl you can just like, you follow me. I don't care how many pictures I post showing my butt like this and taking a picture. I'm not that girl to just have sex with you. That's not my role. That's not who I am as a woman. That's never going to be me. If I can count on this hand how many people I've been with, and I still count. That's just me. So I don't know what picture people get from my Instagram or whatever story they paint in their head, but guys feel entitled. So anyway, we was just cool, and he's seen that I was in LA, and I guess he lives in Vegas. So he was like, I'm gonna fly in while you're there. Totally thought he was joking. I was just like, my eye is watering. Probably telling this dang story. So I was just like, okay, whatever, you know. Who am I to tell you you can't come out? I didn't know he was serious, okay? First of all, I didn't know. So then, long story short, I've been in LA for maybe a week, and then second to the last day, he hits me up on Instagram like, I just landed. And it's in the morning time. I'm like, what you mean you just landed? He's like, I'm in town to see you. So I start making up excuses like, oh, well, I'm busy and I can't, because again, I don't know him. We maybe said 2 words to each other, and we just exchanged a couple likes. That's it. So I'm just like, oh snap, what am I supposed to do? So then I'm calling my mom, like, should I go by myself or should I take TheShaeMarie with me? And my mom was like, no, this is, you don't know him, don't go by yourself. Then my sister was like, girl, if you don't be a woman and just go by yourself, girl, go by yourself, because you a woman and be grown and be about yours and blah, 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 blah. So Jasmine and Frida, the managers, they had went out last night and they was popping. They didn't get into like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. They was out popping with a bunch of celebrities and stuff. And we and Shae, we was like, we tired. We don't care about the hype. So we stayed home. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to take her with me because this will be a good way to just bond with her and like let us have an outing, because we've been like doing work all week. So this time it was like we had a little day off. So long story short, I still didn't like say anything to him, and I'm just like, okay, you know what, well, I'll meet you at this brunch spot, but I have someone with me or whatever. He was like, you have someone with you? I got a 2-seater car. I got a Camaro. I rented a Camaro. How can I fit her in the car? Like, how am I gonna do that? So I'm like, okay, well, I don't have to go. So then he like texts me popping off, and I'm kind of nervous on this story because if mans can fly out for a day, he can fly anywhere. So just know look, it's all cool, homie. So anyway, so then he's like popping off, like he called me like, I think you're starting to play with me. I'm not happy about this. I came all the way from blah blah, hopped on a jet to come see you, whatever he said, and I got a rental, and now you playing, and now blah blah blah. You could have said all this. I said, who are you talking to? I said, excuse me, you didn't have to come, and I didn't even know you were serious. I said, so at this point, I'm not leaving her by herself. She's coming with me. I said, or we don't have to go, whatever. So then I hung up on him. He hung up on me. Then he texted me all these paragraphs. And then he called me like, I just want to apologize because that was, you know, let's start over. I apologize. I get it. I caught you off guard. She can come, you know, how about you just Uber there and then I'll just give y'all right back. She'll just have to squeeze in the back. I'm like, okay, whatever. So we go to this restaurant. He's there. It's cool. We talking about business. You know, I'm sitting across from him. He obviously is paying for both of our meals. So I'm sitting there, we're talking or whatever, and I always order stuff that I myself can afford. You know, I'm not about spending your money because I'm barely about spending my own. So, you know, I'm eating, she's eating, we go to the bathroom. He's talking about the kind of businesses that he has, whatever. We go to the bathroom, we're like, he's decent, you know, whatever. So then we get in the car and he's like, let's go somewhere. So he's like, let's hit up some shopping centers. So we went to like Sorella Boutique on Melrose. We went to Melrose. And so we're walking up and down the strip. I got on heels, a crop top, just being grown and being fast, looking fast. No, I'm just playing. So we're up and down the strip. So we go into Sorella and we went into this one store first and he was trying on these coats. They said like $900. Then I tried on a coat. It was like $700. He was like, you want it? And again, I'm not about spending anybody's money. So I was like, no, I'm fine. I know I wouldn't buy it personally, so I was like, nope, I'm fine. So he bought a coat that was like $900 and he bought another jacket that was like $700. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I'm just feeling him out, seeing what he's on. So he like, okay, you trying to, I don't know. So we're walking up and down. We go into Sorella and I see these heels that I wanted. They was only like 40 bucks. Again, that's something I would have bought for myself. So I tried them on and he was like, I don't think you should get them because if you don't like them, you shouldn't get them. If you don't love them, then you shouldn't get them. And I was like, well, can I try them on to see if I even love them? So I tried them on and I was like, yeah, they're cute. He was like, I really like them on you. And I was like, okay. So then I just like, they weren't comfortable. That's the reason why I didn't get them and I didn't buy them for myself. So I was just like, okay, whatever. So then I see these glasses. So I tried them on and then he was like, those are cute on you. You should get them. I'll buy them for you. Then my friend, TheShaeMarie, she put on her glasses. He was like, oh, those are hot. I'll buy them for you. Then she seen 2 pairs that she wanted. So she was like, I'm gonna get these ones too. She was going to buy them. I seen a pair I wanted. I was going to buy them. He grabs all of them. Was like, I'll get all the glasses. So I'm like, okay. So he spent maybe $60, $70 on our glasses. So I'm like, okay. Then we get back in the car and this was another little sign. He was like, I gotta go in this gas station because I need to hit this blunt. So I'm like, oh, you about to smoke in the car? He was like, yeah, I personally wouldn't smoke my first time meeting somebody in the car, but I'm just like, okay. Then he asked me if I smoke. I was like, nope. Keep in mind, I don't know anything about him. He don't know my middle name. I don't know his middle name. We don't even know each other's last names. Actually, I didn't know his last name because it was on his Instagram. So we're driving and he gets a phone call from somebody. He was like, the dude, so he answered like in the Bluetooth of the car. So the dude was like, boss, I'm so sorry, but I'm so sorry this happened. So he's like panicking, telling him, I guess it's like a restaurant he owns or something. So he's like panicking, like, I'm so sorry. Like the dude sounded so sincerely scared to talk to him. And the dude that I'm in the car with was like, figure it out right now. Like, I'm not playing. Like, it was like they was neck and neck. He's like, yo, I'm sorry. Like he sounded like he was scared for his life. So I'm in the car like, this how you talk to your staff? And he was like, man, they just on some bull and they effing up my money. So I'm like, okay. My business at the time was like, my business ain't opened yet, but when it opens, I might feel where you coming from. So I'm like, okay, maybe he just really pissed because they really messing up his money. But that was a red flag to me. Like, why is your staff so scared for his life to talk to you? So I'm just like, okay. So then we go to the Grove. We end up at the Grove. He goes into a bunch of stores. You know, he gave me a little hug, try to brush up on me. So I gave him a little side hug. And he's buying shirts and stuff. And then we go downstairs and we were about to go to a movie, but the movie didn't start yet. So we go into the Cheesecake Factory and the waitress brings us like some menus and stuff. He was like, we only need 1 menu. And then the lady, she was asking us like, do you ladies want anything? He was like, I'm gonna order. He was like, they don't need this, they don't need that. So me and Shae looked at each other. We start texting like, oh, he getting a little aggressive, ain't he? She's like, girl. So we looking at each other like, who he think he talking to, you know? So he started ordering for us like he told the waitress like, you could take the menu. She was like, you sure you ladies don't want to hang on to your menus? He was like, no, they're fine. So I said, I don't need you to speak up for me. I said, but I'm fine, thank you so much. And then he was like, that's what I told her. I told her you were fine. Like, I already ordered the stuff that we want. I said, you ordered the stuff you want. You know, so he was just kind of testing me a little bit. So then, long story short, he starts ordering all these drinks and all these shots and he just getting drinking. I'm not a drinker like that. So I had like 1 drink. Then he starts ordering rounds and rounds of drinks. I'm like, dude, chill out. I'm cool. So we get up, we go to the movie. Now the movie still isn't started, but he goes up to another bar and he sits at the bar at the movie theater. He starts pouring all these shots and I see him winking at the waiter to like do stuff. So I'm looking like, nah, what you pouring this one? Like, I don't know. I just start My mama always told me, you watch and you don't drink nothing that you don't see be made. If you set your drink down, therefore you're done with it. So the drink was on the thing and he's like winking at the waiter, and all of a sudden I'm just getting all these drinks coming to me and Shae. And I'm like, well, where's your drink? He's like, oh, I got this. I'm like, no, you drink these too. Like, you know, I just became real skeptical. I already had a little buzz because I'm not a drinker. So as soon as I had like a little yeah, I was already a little yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, you know, this dude is starting to act funny. At this point, I'm low-key ready to go. But the movie's about to start, so I'm still chill. He ain't did nothing too crazy. I'm like, he probably just living his best life because he got a little bit of money. He on vacation. What? Okay. So, and I usually don't give people chances. So then we go into the movie. Everybody's a little tipsy. Me and Shae now at this point, we kind of, you know, we kind of laughing and stuff. And he being cool. He kind of cracking jokes, but he's still, you know, I don't know you. So I'm still walking with a distance in between us. You know what I'm saying? So we go in the movie, and as the movie's starting, he sits over on this side. I'm in the middle, Shae's on this side. So I'm leaning towards Shae. He grabs me to lean towards him. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is what we doing. Okay, I'm leaning on you. So then I put my leg on him just to kind of, okay, we cool, we kicking it. And as the movie starts, he's like yelling at the movie. I don't even remember what movie we went to go see. I feel like it was something I already seen. But he's on this movie like, you suck butthole. I was like, oh, I'm ready to go. Then he yelled something else like, dick in mouth. Like, it was something crazy, I swear. I was like, oh snap, I'm ready to go. I'm like, dude, I'm like, shh, be quiet, be quiet. He's like, no. And he just starts yelling a bunch of stupid stuff at the movies. Mind you, dude is like 36, 35, something like that. So I'm like, oh my gosh, he's getting started. So I'm texting Shae like, let's start planning to go. Like, let's go to the bathroom or let's do something. So she's like, yeah, I'm with you. So then dude gets up and he just walks out. So I'm like, okay, this is awkward. You know, where did he go? What does he think he's about to do? So he gets up and then he comes back with 2 drinks and he hands me a drink and then he holds on to the other drink. And I'm like, I don't want to drink. And he was like, drink it. I'm like, no, you drink it. He's like, girl, just drink it. So he took his and he took it to the head and he gave me mine. He was like, drink it. I said, you drink it. Mind you, I told you, my mama told me if you didn't see it be made, don't drink it. Ain't no telling what he put in that. I was like, no, I'm not drinking it. Mind you, he comes back, his eyes are bloodshot red. At this point, he looks like he like took a pill or did something to the point where he was just, his face was like this and he was just looking at me like this and he was like, drink it. And I was like, no. And he was like, drink it. I'm like, dude, no. So then I see him grab the drink. He was like, okay, fine, I'll drink it. So as we're leaving the movie, he just starts acting really weird, like being really aggressive and like trying to like snatch on me and stuff. And I'm like, dude, quit touching me. Like, let's go. So as we're leaving, I look down in the corner of my eye and I see that the glass he told me to drink was sitting under his seat. He never drank it, y'all. Like, there had to be something in it because he did not drink it. That's drink till this day. It's still sitting under that seat. Like, dude, I'm so glad that I'm smart. Like, I didn't touch that drink because ain't no telling what the hell or what was in it at all.